Hello you lovely lot, my name is Max and welcome back to my YouTube channel and my 1000 subscribers Q&A. I put the call out for some of your best questions, football and non-football related, to do with the channel, and I thought that I would answer them in a special Q&A video. Hopefully you can get to know me a little bit more and hopefully we can celebrate together reaching a huge milestone for the channel. So before we crack into it, drop a like on this video and subscribe whilst you are down there, and let me know in the comments if you want to see more of these Q&A style videos in the future. And without any further ado, let's start answering some of your questions. Okay then, I've got your questions up on my phone. I'll be reading off there. Let's start with the first question. It comes from Will. He says, congrats Max. Thank you very much, Will. What made you become a Forest fan and what is your favourite Forest game or goal from your memory? What made me become a Forest fan? I'm from the area, I'm from the Nottingham area, so it makes sense that I support the local team. I wasn't actually born in Nottingham when I moved to the area. I basically just sort of attached myself to the local teams. It seemed to be everyone else was supporting at the time, I guess. And in terms of my favourite Forest goal or game, in terms of live, my favourite game was Forest versus Newcastle about 5 years ago when Newcastle were back in the Championship for that season under Rafa Benitez. I went to our home game against Newcastle, and as someone whose family are predominantly Newcastle and Sunderland fans, it's really nice. It was a really nice experience. Newcastle fans, everyone knows they're absolutely buzzing. Best fans, or certainly one of the best set of fans in the Premier League at the moment. And yeah, it was absolutely sick. Even though they were in the Championship where they have no right to be at all at the time. Still great, still buzzing, and always take a good away sport. So favourite game, Forest v Newcastle from about 5 or 6 years ago. The next question is from nffc Owen. He asks, we'll be doing match reviews for the upcoming season. Yes, we will be doing match reviews for the upcoming season and previews, of course. The next part of his question, am I excited for FIFA 23 with the City ground being scanned in? I am buzzing. I'm so excited to be playing some FIFA 23 with the City ground. Obviously, I'm going to be equipping that as my stadium on like Ultimate Team, makes it just a bit more realistic. The next question comes from Jamie, the media man on YouTube. Congrats, mate, for recently passing, I believe, 500 subs on your channel. Does great work on Nottingham Forest. Give him a subscribe. I'll leave his link in the description to this video. He asks, what camera am I using? And this is a really topical question because I am using a brand new camera. Everything prior to this video and the Lewis O'Brien video that came out, I think on Friday or Thursday, were recorded on an old camera. It was a Canon 800 series, I believe. I'm now recording on a brand spanking new camera, a Canon M200. Hopefully the quality is a little bit better from just being able to see the flip screen up there. Hello. It looks much better. The quality is much better, and hopefully it improves the quality of the videos. Here we go. Slazzy asks, hi Max, if you were Steve Cooper and had 25 million to spend, who would you sign? I think currently with the players that we're linked to, I would put 20 to 25 down on Morgan Gibbs-White. I would probably try and get that deal done as soon as possible with, I think, Palace and Everton sort of circling around, and I think Southampton were linked as well. So yeah, I think Gibbs-White would be who I'd chuck that kind of money at. I don't know if he's a particularly realistic target for Forest, but somebody needs to go pick Florian Neuhaus out of Gladbach as well. He's been there for a long time now. Was really heavily linked to Liverpool last summer. He's only got 2 years left on his deal. And with the situation at Gladbach at the moment, you have to feel like someone should be just having a go at picking him up and just seeing if they can get some use out of him. I think personally he'd be a really good player in our midfield. Doesn't necessarily do the defensive work you want, but one of the best progressors in Europe. So yeah, those are the two players I'd look at. Next question comes from a couple of viewers. They asked me who my favourite Forest player, past or present, is, who was my Forest idol growing up, and that's pretty difficult, to be fair. I am 23 at the moment. I'm 24 in October, so I haven't exactly grown up in the most prosperous times for Forest over the last decade or so. To be fair, in my lifetime, my favourite players are probably, to be fair, Bree Samba probably quite high up there. The absolute house goalkeeper, one of my favourite players to play for Forest, probably in my lifetime. I always liked Henry Lansbury. He was always pretty good. Always did a good job for us. Mikel Antonio in that season, he spent with us about 7 or 8 years ago now. I always was a big fan of him, and obviously seeing him really kick on at West Ham as well. and Britt Assombalonga as well. Why not throw his hat in the ring? Always put up good numbers for us, always got goals when we needed him to. So yeah, I'd say some of my favourite Forest players growing up. Next question coming at you is, what is my favourite potential lineup for Forest next season? I think this was surrounding some of the potential and realistic signings we can get ourselves. Goalkeeper, Dean Henderson. Right wing back, Nico Williams. Centre backs, Worrell, McKenna and Nia Kaita. Although I'd love to see Levi Colwell come to the club. I think he'd be absolutely sick for us. And left back, I'd probably start Omar Richards at the beginning of the season, but I think Toffolo is a really good alternative for that position. Midfielders, probably O'Brien and Yates to start with. But then there's options on the market. There's definitely players who I would love to assign. Czech Decore is someone who I really would have loved at Forest, but Crystal Palace got in there a bit too quickly. And then a front three of Gibbs White, Brennan, and Awonyi leading the line, obviously. That's my dream lineup at the moment. That could change as the summer goes on, as we're linked to more players. But I think with what we're linked to at the moment, what we have at the moment, that's probably the best 11 we could put together. Okay, our next question comes from Martin, and firstly he starts by saying, well done. Thank you very much, Martin, very much appreciated. Do I see this hobby going full-time? Would I want it to go full-time? And what do I see about the evolution of the channel in the next 2 to 5 years? Yes, I would absolutely love this to become my full-time job or something I do on a full-time basis. It's actually very close to what I actually do in real life as a career, so I think the transition into that would be fairly, if not pretty seamless. Overall, second part of it, where do I see the evolution of the channel in the next 2 to 5 years? I'd love to start doing some live streams on YouTube. It's not something I know a huge amount about. I might have to hit up Jamie and ask him for some advice. Be that just talking about Forest, that kind of stuff. Playing games, I'm big into video games. Obviously, that's something, as you'll have seen from the FIFA stuff and the Pokemon stuff I've done in the past. And in general, just sort of up the quality of the videos, create the best videos possible for all you Forest fans out there. And yeah, that's where I hope the channel goes in the next sort of 2 to 3, 4, 5 years, hopefully. So yes, ladies and gents, I do think that pretty much wraps up the questions for today. I'm very sorry if I didn't get to your question. If I didn't, keep it in the comment section below. I'll definitely be doing these sorts of videos again in the future when we hit other subscriber milestones. With that being said though, if you did enjoy this video and you did enjoy getting to know me a little bit more, drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel, ring in that notification bell so you don't miss the match previews coming next season and the rest of our tactics and transfer videos coming over the rest of the summer. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, Reds. I will catch you later.